Okay. Hello. Patient reason for visit. Look, I've been doing this a long, long time. Always, I can make people feel at ease. Always, I can help them understand again. Maybe it's a funny name. Shuffle bottom? No. Okay. What about smelly? Yeah. Okay. Do you know my name? Of course, you're not speaking, are you? My name is Brace Girdle. Yes. Professor Brace Girdle. Although when I was at school, I obviously was not Professor Brace Girdle, I was just Brace Girdle. And people would say to me, Brace Girdle. You know what I did? No. I smacked them, because I'm not afraid of my name. Now, my name is known the world over. The Brace Girdle method. Do you know what that is? It's rebirthing. You may know it as wet birthing, dry birthing, organic birthing, vivation. They're all fads, but the Brace Girdle method is known the world over. Now, maybe you are called smelly, and maybe you wouldn't want to tell me that, but I've told you my name is Professor Brace Girdle. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sit here, and if you don't say anything, I'm just going to continue sitting here, because I'm going to get it out of you in the end. Yes, I'm patient. Mrs. Earth! Well, I had to dig that out of you. Fantastic. I had to dig it out of you. Do people tread on you? When trees are on you, they want to use the internet. Do they log in? Ah, dear. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Now, Mrs. Earth. Oh, can I see your hand? Stop shaking. I have another one. You have the mark of someone who wore a wedding ring. So when Mr. Earth is with you, does the Earth move? Yeah, so it goes like that. All right, okay. Tell me what the trouble is. I've got to go up again. Yes, all right, yes. As clear as mud. So you feel you're under attack. So name a patient, Mrs. Earth feels she's under attack. Then clearly, in your paranoia, you are ideal for the rebirthing process. Do you know what that is? What happens is you come down here, you go through the table legs into this womb, and you re-emerge. Yeah, it's not too far, I think you can probably manage it. Go through there and you re-emerge as a new woman. So, Mrs. Earth, time for you to make your move. It's time for you to be reborn. Time for rebirth. Come on. Down here. That's it. Yes, well that's not fantastic, is it? It's the wrong way round. You want some sort of breech. Don't look up at me like that, like a complete idiot. So, you need to turn around. We do not want a breech birth. For this rebirthing process to work, for you to emerge as a new woman, you have to do it properly. The head between the legs. So you turn around. Careful with that. Beware of you wearing a skirt. Yes, that's a bit better. So, Mrs. Earth has started the rebirthing process. So soon, everything will be fine. So, you're rebirthing. What do you remember? What can you tell me? Nothing at all. Well, what's the first thing you remember? Go down and down again. You realise your head's going to fall off. Yeah, whisper a bit louder. What? Something you saw what? Earth, light, day, darkness, water. And that was just in one day. What else? What else? So we've got that, yeah. Right. So you've got heavens and water and fiction. That's all silver fiction. Trees, stars. I can see right up your nose. Sun, moon, whales. Okay, that was it. What do you remember next? You're going to ask me to get up again, aren't you? This is all creepy, all very creepy. Oh, some noise at last. So, noise, we seem to be getting somewhere. So what seems to be the trouble? Yeah. Dinosaurs? Oh, right, so dinosaurs and asteroids, acidic rain, and then what? What happens next? Clouds of dust, tsunamis, clouds of dust perhaps. Try again. More? More dinosaurs. More dinosaurs, and then what? Mammoths? Okay, I'll write that down. More dinosaurs, mammoths. No, tell me more. Still in pain, shepherds, no doubt. So shepherds and a guy with a beard, white beard, I suppose. You are actually giving birth, aren't you? So this is the first rebirth, birth in rebirthing. I'll write that down. First rebirth. Fantastic. So we've had mammoths, we've had darkness, we've had light. You're clearly rebirthing. Absolutely wonderful. You are the first person ever to do this. My name would be even more famous the whole world over. So that's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Now let's see. If you're going to have more rebirth, is that some sort of divine child? What is that? Peace? Peace to all? Peace to all men and goodwill? What? The love of all mankind? Love of all mankind? I don't think this is appropriate. What's going to happen is I'm going to have to sit here and dig a bit deeper.
Digging? No! Digging into the earth! No! It never stops! Concrete, steel, roads, railways, runways, never stops! Everywhere, all over the world! Building, higher! There are people in this world killing me, and those people have addresses! But I shall rise up! I can destroy you! It's your turn to learn something about yourself. Get under that table!
Yeah.
Get under! You were made from me! And what have you become? Men! And men like you! Arrogant! Self-centered! Destructive! Lusting for power and possessions! And money! Well, I can destroy you from earth, flood, drought, and starvation. You from me! Excrement! Next.
Sometimes you rehearse kicks and it doesn't quite happen like that in past societies. Right. Now the next bit is going to be a duologue. And we have to get the duologue. My co-conspirator and I, she's carrying a glass of wine, are here to do a fairly short monologue called Disenfranchise. Are you ready? I am a concerned father of a daughter. Originally, she was going to come up here and perform a monologue, but at the very last moment, she couldn't be bothered. So, as usual, Dad has to do it. She has asked us to read it out.
To you.
This, to you. So this is our daughter or son's monologue. Okay, so,
Can we sit down to do this?
yes, you sit down with a glass of wine, just relax. And then there's nobody here.
Nobody here. Okay.
The original plan was to give a monologue about Shakespeare and Christmas. You know, quotes the famous extract from Shakespeare's description of Christmas on the frozen battlements of Elsinore in Hamlet. Some say that ever against the season comes wherein our Saviour's birth is celebrated, the bird of dawning singeth all night long. And then, they say, no spirit dare stir abroad, the nights are wholesome. Then no planet strike, no fairy takes, nor witch hath power to charm. So hallowed, and so gracious is the time.
This was the description of a highly spiritual atmosphere, a hallowed time in which everything evil is refused admission. There is nothing of jollity that we are so familiar with. So, what should I talk about? When my generation looks at politics, we feel, well, somewhat disenfranchised, bored even. That's one of the reasons I got into acting, to live vicariously through the words of others.
And that is what I'm trying to do. I am portraying the disaffected young. We need a life with meaning. I don't want to be treated as an object. Who does? I want to be treated according to who I am and be represented by what I am.
I'm going to need a member of the audience.
I will find one for you.
Don't worry, it's not improvisation. All you have to do is hold up a piece of paper.
I have found a member of the audience. Take them at random. Please, I will get you a seat. You leave the paper there. That's fine. You've got your wine. So, please come and sit here at the desk. Now, as at the time of Christmas 2012, the Queen gave out her annual message. This is a real extract from what she said. Together. At Christmas, I am always struck by how the spirit of togetherness lies also at the heart of the Christmas story. A young mother and a dutiful father with their baby were joined by poor shepherds and visitors from afar. They came with their gifts to worship the Christ child. From that day on, he has inspired people to commit themselves to the best interests of others. Yes, Christmas is about togetherness. I agree. They already say we're all in this together, don't they? We're all making sacrifices in austerity Britain, surely. Please would you hold up the first piece of paper so that the audience can see. Turn it around and we see bedroom tax. Now, this is designed to impoverish hundreds of thousands of the most vulnerable families in the UK. But we are in all this together, aren't we? What happened also the same week that bedroom tax was announced? Sheet 2. And there was, in fact, a tax cut. So that's wonderful. Except that tax cut was £100,000 a year, those who were earning that, to the 13,000 British income millionaires. But surely this was in isolation. Next. There was a pay rise as well, except the pay rise was below inflation. That was for public sector workers. But hang on, were they the only people who got a pay rise? Next. 12%, way above inflation. That group definitely gained from it. So that's helping that group struggle and succeed in society. But the group who got that 12%, that was the MPs. The MPs got the 12%. So what else happened? Thank you. What else happened? Oh, a widening of inequality. But before we talk about that, let's talk about pensions.
Oh, okay.
Britain's state pension is the least generous of all the 34 OECD members bar one. The British state pension replaces 32% of their income when they retire. The governments in Hungary, Slovakia and Turkey all treat their pensioners much better. We've just seen the page showing inequality. We're right there at the top. Another report by the OECD said that income inequality has risen faster under this government than any other government. What about social mobility? Well, we're right at the bottom of that. The OECD report showed earnings in the UK were going to reflect our parents' earnings less than any other country. So let's look at wages.
Since the Tories came to power, the super rich have been getting richer at a faster rate than ever, whilst the vast majority of people have seen their wages fall in real terms month after month after month.
Let me give you an economics bulletin. Do you find that boring?
You know what? I think you guys have got it all wrong there. Your perspective is way off. Which young people have you been talking to?
Well, we have talked to some in order to create this.
That's the problem. You've not got a spectrum. Where does this assumption come from that young people aren't interested, aren't engaged?
They're always taking drugs and claiming benefits.
I'm never turning.
Hang on, I haven't got my conservative card. Where's my daily mail anyway?
What do you know about what
Oh
young
my
people
gosh,
think
she's
or
just-
anything that has to do with economics? You clearly said you wanted to be actors. Let me tell you what's going on in America right now and how everyone is losing money, not just on an individual job-to-job level, but on a national, huge, grand-scale debt screw over the whole world level. This is what's happening. People are sitting on their butts thinking that the government can just give them iPads because they deserve it based off of just being an American or being alive. And that's ridiculous. Whoever thinks you can get something from not working. And the government, even though they are trillions and trillions of dollars into debt, thinks they can just keep spending more and saving the world and other random countries that we may or may not have been friends with at one point or another. It's literally ridiculous.
I like to think that our young people have a bit more of a sense of responsibility.
Yes,
You would hope so.
I mean,
right? If you did get into the world,
out. Put it this my way. Okay, you try and get a job. You need work experience. Where are you going to get that work experience if you don't have
yeah, you have to start at the
But
bottom.
what? Yeah, but still, I applied for an internship. I still need work experience to get that internship. And what's the internship meant to be? It's supposed to be giving me that experience. So why haven't I got that internship?
I don't know. You have to start even lower than the internship though. We can't just aim for internships. We have to pick up dog poop. We have to mow lawns. We have to babysit Brad in New York.
Who here has picked up dog poo as part of their
No,
career?
I picked up dog poo. You just have to do it. It sucks. I get it. But the thing is, it's not going to work. Like the economy can't move forward. It can't work if we all think that we can just go in and get our dream job or just be an actress. And I know we're all not just getting to be actresses, right? We all have to have terrible jobs that make us work hard.
Do we not believe that people deserve to have some vision though, really?
Yeah.
Some vision, something to aim for, some elements.
Exactly.
And that's when they're going to become engaged in our political system.
Yeah, we have to actually want to work hard to make the economy better, to make the country better, and have something to live for. And frankly, in America right now, it's really hard to see that. I mean, because everything keeps crumbling down, and we all think that people are against us.
Well, I think you'll find that for a lot of young people, if there was a level of interest shown in them, then the interest would be returned.
Yeah, it would.
It's true, because the last generation, our parents who think they can speak for us or whatever, just like sucked all the money out of the economy and set up Social Security, which they think is still a great idea, even though no one can pay for it, and we won't see a dime of it. So it's hard to work for a system when you know all your money is gonna get taken away. Like, where's the motivation in that?
I know. I mean, what is if you pay for rent, if you get 1,000, rent's £500 a month, 500's got to cover the bills. What have you got left to do?
I know.
The rest of the money. How does that?
You have to volunteer, and then how do you live?
I know,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like
How do you-
all our time that we're given is free. We're not actually getting a return for it. And if we're not actually getting a return for our money, then what's even the incentive to work? It's so hard and honestly just depressing. Honestly, so sad.
That is why there are major issues with our young people with depression.
I know why people aren't
Why?
working, why they're just sitting and not wanting to move forward, because they feel like when they actually do work, they just get taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed, and then nothing ever happens.
So you upset.
I
So
know.
what do we do? What do
So
we do?
what do we
Where's
do?
the positive energy?
Well, where is it positive energy?
Is it on?
Well, I don't think the answer is ever actually in politics.
What an excellent
It's all
point, asking what you were doing at my wife and I. We were glad to give you this opportunity to occupy our stage. But thank you so much for coming up and shouting your words of wisdom to us.
Whatever, Dad.
Well, thank you so much. And
We were just about to solve all the problems.
go back to your discounted cider. That's right. So, Neil Kinnock once said, "It occurs to you that with these people in charge, it is best not to be poor, to be lonely, to be old, or to be sick. So bear in mind the biggest thing they're not saying."
Well, they're only running this country because not enough of us were prepared to go out and vote.
So this is our Christmas message to you, our Christmas monologue to you.
This is what I'm urging you to do, to be part of my theatre, which is part of yours. So, let Christmas be a time when hope is reborn.
Enough of giving you hope. We'd originally intended to come here and do a huge monologue about Shakespearean Christmas. But instead, we've given you one or two quotations, a little bit of data, and reason to hope, just as the birth of Christ did. As Shakespeare wrote in Love's Labour Lost, "At Christmas I no more desire a rose than wish a snow in May's newfangled mirth, but like of each thing that in season grows." So let this be the season of hope, and truly, by more involvement, let us truly be together in this. See if you recognise this. My sister had her own pub before she was 30. The lounge bar is red. Red fake leather seats, worn red Axminster, red lampshades. The pink-tinged cheeks of my mother's face, framed by a home perm. Roy deposits me in her arms, and I am all smiles. Sweet sherry, mixed with joy de patou. I am safe. I am home.
Heather Dunmore's Mammy monologue, I saw it, I remember.
Exactly. So we can look back to when we were young.
I remember the house where I was born, the little window where the sun came peeping in at morn. Thomas Hood, 1799 to 1845.
Smug bastard.
How safe are we when we go home? How safe will today's young be when they grow too old?
Remember, make
Oh, make peace with your past so it won't screw up the present.
what others think of you is none of your business.
Time heals almost everything. Give it time.
Don't compare your life to others and don't judge them. You have no idea what their journey is about.
Stop thinking too much. It's all right not to know the answers. They will come to you when you least expect it.
No one is in charge of your happiness except you.
Smile. You don't own all the problems in the world.
So who we are is unimportant. We're just parents of disaffected youth. We're just vehicles for some words on a page which speaks on a theme that is timeless. And the one God will make for your day. Sheer diamond. Thank you. And the third section is Carol, please.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It's so lovely to see all of you. And a very Merry Christmas to you all. It's carol singing time again, so I hope you're all in good voice. It's for the church, for St. Mary's Restoration Fund. Is that okay? Good. Thank you. Well, all right. Come on, everyone. Come on. All righty. Let's stand on the stage. Oh, you look so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, everyone. Toss in the back. Good, good. Arabella, put your phone away. How many times do I have to tell you? Oh my gosh. All right. Good, good. Everyone in position. Good. You look great. Michael, are you one of the tallest? No, you're not. Get to the front. All right. Very good. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone, and I hope you're all having a lovely evening. Oxford looks so lovely this time of year at Christmas. And to put us in the Christmas mood, my little band of carolers, who you're gonna have to imagine, okay, do your best. But my little band of carolers is going to help lead us in some of our alternative Christmas carols that you'll find in your program. And I do hope you'll all join in. It's gonna be great fun and we'll all feel super Christmassy when we're done. All right, everyone, top of page 4, you got it? Page 4. Arabella, do you have it? All right, we're going to sing, first of all, Consumer Wonderland, which is the second one in your program. Ready? 1, 2. TV's on, are you watching? See the goods that they're hawking. One more thing you need to make life complete. Welcome to Consumer Wonderland. At the center we can go out shopping and buy lots of stuff we can't afford. We'll have lots of fun with all new toys until we realize that we're still bored. When you shop, it's thrilling. That's when you get the billing. Though it broke long ago, the money's still owed. Welcome to Consumer Wonderland. Excellent! And now one more before intermission, and that's a little town of Birmingham.
That's where I grew up.
Yeah! Yes. 1, 2. Oh, little town of Birmingham, how still we see thee lie. Above thy clouds and many groves, the silent stars go by. But if we're still street walking, the homeless refugee, the hopes and fears of many are met tonight in thee. How noisily the many gifts are given, but frightened strangers find a place who from their homes are driven. No, we'll hear the weeping, but in this town today, while love's around and gifts are found, we spend and look away. And that's it, everyone. Have a lovely intermission. Loose Women, yeah, and then Oprah was on it a couple weeks ago, right, or something?
Yeah.
And that was like everyone freaked
it
out.
looks just like this.
All hands in America, yeah. So we're Loose Women. Oh my gosh, that's fun.
Okay.
Talk about issues of the day.
Yeah.
Do you want to start this from the top again, or do you want to go?
What is easiest for you? We can roll with you.
Okay, we'll try and do it from the top again. Seeing as everyone's
Like tell our story, retell it. Is that not? Do you want us to say everything we just said?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay, cool.
but not like too much in depth, just like more,
Yeah.
Faster?
like,
Okay,
yeah, and like
cool.
bounce off each other as well, yeah?
Boomerang.
Okay.
Okay, we can talk more. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Hey girls, thanks
Hey.
for the amazing show. It was very, very well played out, very natural, very emotive, and it was a very nice twist on Christmas. As actresses, like what made you want, to perform in front of people? What made you want to stand up and pretend to be someone you're not in a sense?
So when I was 9, I did my first play, and I like said a line really fun, like in a really funny way, like knelt on the stage and cried, and the whole room like burst into laughter. And I remember that feeling that like if I can make a whole room of people laugh for the rest of my life and make a whole room of people feel something, and then as I got into drama, I got to really like heal through theater. That's what I wanted to do, to like really bring that whole group together.
Community.
Yeah, like the community, the collective aspect of theater. It's just gorgeous to me.
I like to play different roles and
Yeah.
like the whole character change because you don't have to be you. You get to be able to be someone else. And I did a piece with Chris called Insect in the summer, and it allowed me to be really sexual, and I'm not really a sexual person, so it allowed me to like kind of be free and inhibited. I guess.
Yeah. Be expressive in it.
Yeah, because you're not being you, so you can be someone else and have the excuse to do what you might want not do when you're you.
Yeah. I think the storytelling urge is a key one.
Yeah.
And just interested in people, what makes them tick, what are their motivations,
Yeah.
but doing that like mediated in a creative way and in an expressive way.
For me, it's the fun. It's like something when you're just on stage and also working with people, you get all those dynamics and you try to play a character and then you put yourself into the character also. It's really a lot of fun.
It's like a play for a reason, you know? Yeah, it's super fun.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
as a challenge for you girls, I have one question for you. How would you describe the world of performing arts and dance and all that kind of jazz, like in one word each?
Brutal.
Magical.
Oh.
Truthful, beautiful.
All right, thank you so much, girls. And as I said, fantastic play, fantastic show, fantastic actresses, and I wish you all the best for the year and the future, and I hope you do well, and I'll see you all again.
Thank you.
Okay.
So great. Thank you.
Hello, and nice to meet you, Steve.
Hi.
I just wanted to find out, how would you describe being a director and an actor at the same time?
Well, I'm trying to separate the two. I'm trying not to be a director and an actor at the same time, actually, because it's quite challenging being a director in its own right. And if I have to be an actor, then I will try. But
Would you say your
acting has its own
passion?
challenges in terms of learning and developing, and the director brings a different set of challenges. And because I have a day job as well, I'm trying to juggle and separate things. But I'm doing my best with that.
Would you say your passion is more on the directing side rather than acting it yourself?
I've done some acting, and I kind of feel that maybe directing would be a good thing for me, because we maybe need more directors, and I've got some experience of managing and organising, and I think there's benefits from having people with some kind of organisational ability. Some artistic people are not the best organised and motivated, so I could bring a combination of my work experience and my drama experience to be a director.
Yeah? And how would you describe your experience with art over the years?
My experience with art is that it gives opportunities to people to develop both acting and directing. It's quite inclusive. It's challenging because we're given short deadlines to work to. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad, and people respond in different ways. But it's a good learning experience, and it's a nice group of people to be part of.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Steve.
Thank you. Oh, that's quick.
Just Chris's wonderful character.
Hi, lovely to meet you. Lovely show and lovely performance. I just wanted to know, like, what was your opinion on the whole performing arts sector of life? Like, what would you explain it to be?
My opinion on performing arts? Well, it draws people in. And for me, I can forget about everything else. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm the only person in the room. And it's great fun.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to it.
How would you say it fits in with your normal life, your day-to-day?
Okay. I work full-time. And I'm addicted to golf. But
wow.
I do manage to squeeze enough time in just to learn very last-minute scripts, a week's notice, to do this, and I thoroughly enjoy it.
And I'm guessing you've been in this industry for a very long time, so what kind of advice would you give to people just upcoming nowadays?
Okay, well, I've been involved for about 10 years, but the last thing I was actually involved in was in 2009, so I've had a big break.
Oh wow.
But just enjoy it, but don't take on too much. And it's 90% preparation, 10% presentation.
Oh wow. And last but not least, how would you describe your experience with art?
Well, I love it. What I like about art is that it's actually a lot of what they do is actually small, short plays, which gives people like me with